Hello everyone, can you hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can. Apologies for being a bit late, I got a bit delayed from the stream, but I am here, all is good. How is everyone? Got no idea what we're drawing today. I guess it's a case of a couple of votes, or we could do some practice drawing, like some basic sketching or teaching and that. I'll do a couple of hellos first. So we got hello to Minecraft Transformers, Red Knight, Ark, Tegan. We also have Marin. Want to hear a joke? Yeah, sure. And I am staying hydrated. I've got a drink with me. I'll have to refill it in a little bit. But yeah, guys. Let's see what we've got going on. Cool. Oh, you're working on an angelic demon. Hey, Kingpin. How's it going? I'm doing great. I'm late to my own stream. I'm fashionably late to my own stream. It's a new trend I'm starting on YouTube. Being late to your own stream. Gotta be done. Now we will do some drawings. I'm not sure if I want to keep it more sketchy than final version today, or what we're going to draw, but we'll have a look. Hopefully everything will work fine, and we'll see what's going on. What do you call a man wearing headphones? I don't know, Maureen. What do you call a man wearing headphones? Not hearing word phones. Wearing headphones. I can't speak today, but anyway. Hopefully the stream's not too bad. Yes, I know it's your birthday next month, Red Knight. And in terms of the redraw, I've got no idea if it'll make sense or not. You have to find out for whichever feed gets hit at the end of this month, because it will be in April, the April redraw. Don't feel too bad. I used to fall asleep during my own streams. Oh, that's amazing. That's brilliant. Gotta 19. Welcome to the stream. And oh, hey, DempseyJ, how's it going? Have you received my superhero submission? I believe I have. I haven't checked the. I haven't checked recently, but I think I have done. Hang on, let me just double check. Yes, I received it, Star Crusher. I have received it, I can confirm. I've just loaded up email quickly to have a look while we haven't done anything. Also, there's going to be a couple of videos dropping, or having dropped already, that people will be watching. Can't believe Podcast is doing 3 episodes today, but that's going to be quite cool. I'll watch them later. Arc is the 27th of this month. Nice. Headphone jack. Deegan. Yeah, that was a good joke. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, right. I did the Immortal Zack. That the guy that's in red and blue, isn't it? Where you're saying you couldn't draw blood, I think. I have seen all the ones that have been submitted. You're working on your 3D model of your Dr. Virus, and it's almost done. That's awesome, Red Knight. It's been a while since I've made anything in 3D. I'll have to do that at some point. So, we got a choice today. We could either draw something with expressions and the characters or something, or we can draw something, I guess we could do something as one of the characters as a setting or something. I kind of want to do either a sketching style or anime style, like I've done with the Goku one last time, or continue with something like a kaiju. Need to figure out what to do. So this month is just a straight redraw, or would you be fusing ideas together, or something? I have something planned for them. It's not quite a straight redraw, but I've got something planned for it based on some things that, like based on some popular things that I kind of watch and read and stuff. So it's based on some series and that kind of. I'm not going to give away what, but I've got my own plans for it, which should hopefully be quite cool. Have we do multiple little drawings or Benten Kaiju? Potentially. If multiple little drawings, I would probably go with expressions or something like yesterday. But I said I'll steal it. Hey Minecraft, congratulations on being a couple months. Draw Venger from Dungeons and Dragons the Oh yes, yes, yes. Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's it. No, we're doing that. Oh yeah. I'm going to modernise him a bit, make him a bit creepier, I think. Yeah, we're doing that. What's the best picture for him to use? I'm sure he's got another form. Yeah, that's quite a funny picture. I'm looking at references of him. I'm just trying to think of what to do for him. It'd be quite cool. While I'm looking at references, that's what we've got. Draw Shadow from Eminence of Shadow. Shadow would be good from Eminence of Shadow, but I'm thinking more something retro. Quite a nice build to it. I'm sure he had another form though. What was his other form? What have we got? Now my 3D model is not so small, it's really big, you have to see big and the effects I've got on it. That's quite cool, we'll have to have a look once it's done. Transformers in Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that'd be quite cool, Transformers in Dungeons and Dragons. That actually might be I might actually do that as a series. Alex got a question for me. Have you played D&D, and if I had an Omnitrix, what would I do? I have played D&D once. I'm wanting to join and play it again. Which is fine. I'm just doing some practice, quick warm-up sketches. I'm trying to get more in the habit of doing some warm-up first, so it's kind of like looking out some squiggly lines to warm up. Cool. Just so you had some on screen. Right, so let's do this. Let's draw Venger. I might do a couple of in just sketch form. I might do a couple today, so we'll do like Venger and then another suggestion, another suggestion. There's no green screen instead, it's all working fine. I saw something move on the screen, I think that's what it was. Is it all... Well, hopefully it's all going to be fine for you. Horn head, that's what they're called, Venger, yeah. We're drawing Venger from Dungeons and Dragons. So, we are going to be drawing... let me get a decent picture. Oh, it's quite a nice picture, but I want a better picture. He is basically the Dark Lord in Dungeons and Dragons. He's got a single horn on his head. I need to get reference image up so that you guys can see. Let me just download one. Well, take a minute just to save it down, I'm afraid, guys. Just because that's the origin of everything. What we got? I'll see you in a bit, Harry. Yeah, I think he can change into a dragon or something. I will be just loading up extra image of this image. It's going to be just the reference. Okay. Browse and find it because that's what we've got to do. I think a reference on screen would be quite cool. I've got him doing like a weird like arms up pose, which would be quite cool for the reference. But basically, it is going to be this guy. There we are. I've drawn him. Isn't that amazing? Fastest drawing ever. I'm going to draw this guy. I may modernize him a bit, but this is the guy I'm drawing. So I'm going to get a couple of references up and I'm going to draw him. Let's just lock that in play. Bring it down a little bit there. Under the alerts and pop up. Lock that in place. So we're going to be drawing this guy, this weird furry guy on the side. I'm just looking for a close-up of his face, because he's got a menacing face, which is quite cool. Oh, that's interesting. We'll go post some of that. Yeah, the white-headed dragon some other day, Tiamat, would be quite cool. So, let's get drawing. I'm going to base it on this. So, I'll head around here. Do a quick sketch and then tidy it up. I don't know if I'm going to leave it in a sketch form or not, because it could look quite cool if I do. But either way, it's got a rather simple design, which is quite cool. And then obviously I'll probably add more details and make it a bit more modern and menonizing, like, I don't know, menacing. Oh my god, I can't even speak today. Today we're going to menonize VENGER. John, it's a heroine. There have been some female versions I've been drawn in the past and that, so I'm not sure. I'm going to do almost like a splash art style illustration, I think. My Hero Academia's Mermaids. That would be an interesting series. I will jot that down a second. Got a little notepad somewhere in a pen. Or I've got a. Where the pens? Wow, it's amazing when you can't find something that you had for ages. They got. That's insane. Okay, no, that's cool. I'll have a look at that later. Put in the comments on this or a video, get a hound, but add that to be quite cool. I wonder what classes with your OC would be Dungeons and Dragons, so please use the voice to deal with it. Classes? OC. Well, Aaron Vold himself is just it's basically just an adventurer. He's more of a warrior, so Aaron Vold would be a good old warrior. Done wrong slaying all the wee beasties. Doesn't matter if he's dragonborn, hey, or even man. Slay the wee beasties today. Monica's more demon succubus, so she probably would be from the demon clan. Quite cool. Dino Dinoclaw would be a scholar. Dino Dinoclaw. studying the ancient wonders of the world, including those of dragons. The fascinating creatures are much like the dinosaurs from New Zealand. Nixon. Yeah, sorry, yeah, Tegan. Yeah, from the cartoon kid, Dungeons and Dragons, with Eric and all that lot. Yeah. I used to watch it growing up, and, you know, I think it's a cool idea in Minecraft. It's something retro, and I mean, certainly wanted to do something retro for a while, so why not do one in a live stream? When you start using a reference, someone's actually had a statue or toy of VENGER. I'm using that as a reference for this. So I know kind of the hands up here, and I'm doing it further down here for the knuckles. But the actual placement down here is actually better for the angle that I want on the hand here. So that's why I've kind of done it this way. I'll loosen these up, but it's pretty nice to be able to quickly sketch in things like the hand. It's in front of us quite a bit, so it's going to be a bit larger than the head. Stop this bit here, which is going to come out and then go to this massive shoulder. I mean, the shoulder things on his clothing are absolutely ridiculously large. It always got me how he had all this power in the original series and he couldn't beat 7 kids. I mean, seriously, especially when they didn't even know their powers. I mean, I know they came to play to help as they faced the challenges in VENGER, but still. It's got me how amazingly, like, terrible his luck was, even when he brought out the giant Tiamat and stuff. Like, if he just chucked everything at them all at once, they'd been annihilated. But I suppose they wouldn't be able to do the lessons each series, would they? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I might modernise this a little bit when I do some bits of that. So funky. Anyone got any questions art-wise and stuff? I'll look at the chat in a minute. Yo, Koi! How's your video that you were telling me about going? Yeah, Minecraft. I have to say, some of your latest videos, I've been catching them. My favourite one, though, that I've seen recently is the one where you've had Perceptor and Soundwave on each side of like the walls of their bases. Soundwave talking to Starscream and Perceptor with can't remember the name of the deal I got with him, but yeah, they're just in sort of like in the bases. It's just like that just looked amazing. If you guys haven't already, you probably have already, but two things. If you haven't already, leave a like on the video if you love Dungeons and Dragons or anything old and retro, or just love the art and love the channel. It's amazing and I appreciate it. And also check out Minecraft Transformers' channel, because the stuff he builds in the Minecraft game, like the Transformers and even the stop animations of it, are absolutely amazing. And if you want Minecraft, put your channel in the chat, just in case people haven't seen it already. This ugly bucket here. Oh, he's got 2 fangs, hasn't he? He's got those weird fangs on his face. Hello, Randomist Bish. Yo, and hello, Omenheart. Koi, thank you so much for gifting those 5 memberships. Guys, congratulations to Tegan, Justin, Animations, Telekits Animations, and Deku Kirito. Be sure to thank Koi for your memberships. Amazing. I'm doing good, Omenheart. I'm trying to catch up with the chat, but yes, Emenhart, it is. It's the bad guy from when they were sent into the dungeon with the little old dungeon master guy. Oh, I love it. I love hearing that little ding sound. Amazing. Thank you so much, Koi. You know I'll get you back later on. And CP Edits, congratulations on getting a membership as well. Red Knight says, I think I've come up with a new version of your OC, play Dragon and Dungeons and Dragons and end up in the Dungeons and Dragons world. That'd be quite cool for them to end up in a kind of Dungeons and Dragons world. Not gonna lie, that would be an interesting. I want to kind of keep the eyes quite similar to the original design. I do quite like kind of eyes here. How is the stream going, by the way, guys? How is the video? Is it lagging a lot, or is it going well? Because YouTube seems to be complaining about my frame rate, but it seems fine to me as far as I can tell. Hopefully it's fine for you guys, not really buffering too much. You know, raised eyebrow, he's not happy to be chappy in this one. One there. One kind of there. I will go over this a bit better. Kind of want to do the values for this, so blacks and greys first, and then decide if I had a colour over the top. Owen Hart says, guess what, Dempsey? Today is April 15th. It's also National Art Day and Tax Day. Art Day's amazing. Tax Day? Really? Oh, it's also your birthday. Happy birthday, Owen Hart. Congratulations. Oh, World Art Day. Minecraft Transformers gifting 5 memberships as well. Red Knight. JGBR1105. Many Fishman's doing it again on this channel now, Koi. Wilson352 does stuff. And Martin. Oh, I'm going to butcher this. I do apologise. Martin, I think it's Barazuta. Congratulations on getting a gifted membership by Minecraft Transformers. Be sure to say thank you to him. I've missed something now. VENGER, the most powerful being in the world. 7 kids appear out of nowhere. What happened to my power? That's literally the plot of Dungeons and Dragons. Ark says, may I ask something? What are you using? And may I ask what you think of your style? Do you love D&D and art, but you can only like That's not a problem. Appreciate that. I am using Procreate on the iPad, the Apple Pencil. The brush I'm using is the sketch brush by Reik, R-E-I-Q. You can find him on YouTube. He's a phenomenal artist. He's absolutely amazing. He does a lot of like characters in almost like a Western anime style with as covers. His artwork, like if you look him up on the channel, his artwork for like 01 from Darling of the Franks and Street Fighter and stuff are just absolutely insane. He spends like 18 hours plus on a picture, but they look amazing. So yeah, I'm using his sketch brush. In fact, that's how you spell his name on screen now, if you can see it. R-E-I-Q. It's a sketch pencil from his pack. That allows me to have a nice sketch. I mean, Procreate's got some really nice sketching brushes in it already. but it is nice to be able to get these type of things out as well. I'm using, in terms of the canvas, I'm using a 18" by 24" canvas at 300 dpi. That allows it to be printed if I do choose to create a poster out of any of the artwork that I do in Teespring as a poster. Certain things I can put up there, certain things I can't. So like this splash art illustration, VENGER is going to be a bit tricky to add on there, but other ones I could do. If I turn them to like a digest, I'd probably put that on there, give it a new name. And I tend to use, I've recently started using an off-white background. I think that actually looks a bit nicer. Supposed to be part demon, but his lip kind of looks like, I'm sure it's got like a triangle shape to it on the side. I'll catch up, we'll chat again in a second. I just need to find the reference on the other page. The double, oh, my mouse goes slow. It's really weird when you start going live streaming, your mouse goes slow. But I'm sure he's got 2 little teeth in between showing. Kind of close to his face normally. That one will do. Oh, they just do 2 big teeth on that. That's fine. I'll just do 2 big teeth and give him his. Looking a bit younger today. He can come out a bit from there actually. That'll make it look quite cool. Anyone got nostalgia from Dungeons and Dragons? The game or the old cartoons if you watched it? His face looks a bit goofy. I love it. Right, let's start tidying this up a bit. So that's the pencil. There's a texture brush there, but I'm going to use some. Actually, no. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to use another pencil. I'm going to change up my usual way of doing things a little bit, just to throw it in there. But it seems okay. You Kingpin. I know that was to my video stream. That's quite cool. Assuming you might have had a bit of a weird glitchy effect just then, but that's just nothing major. Yeah, I'm glad it went to. Well, I'm glad both yours went to some people that I hear it's amazing. Why is drawing 4-arm characters more fun than drawing 2-arm characters? Because it's quite interesting to get the shoulders in place. Once you get them in place on the shoulders, it becomes really interesting. I'm trying to just using a pencil for these outlines, but I want to get a bit more sketch effect. Justin, congratulations for being a member for 7 months. Avatar get the Elementals a prize. Yeah, isn't there an Avatar movie, a 3rd Avatar movie coming out this year or something? Don't quote me on that. I've seen something about it, but I'm not sure if it is true or not. Wait, that's an. Oh, it's a soft brush. I was wondering why that wasn't erasing properly. The lines look a bit janky close up, but when you zoom out, they actually look quite cool. Just in case anybody's wondering what I'm doing, I'm going to add some effects on this too. Just experimenting with different brushes and stuff we've got in Procreate now to make things cool. So that's what we've got. We've got Red Knight says, the first time I played Dungeons and Dragons, I almost killed some of the party with one of fireball. The first time I played it, we nearly got wiped by a giant snake monster in a dungeon style. In fact, I recorded the entire story of what we did somewhere, and I drew some artwork. So way back on this channel, we've got my wood elf design, which I need to redo, and we've got a scene where there's a well with the back of all the characters and a big like snake creature coming out of a forest background. I might have to revamp that later on. That was quite a cool one to do. Justin, we're drawing a Venger from the old cartoon series, Dungeons and Dragons. Which is quite cool. Got this like nose bit here actually, because of the way it does go. Here, let's just add some of these features because we need to make them look like the part. And yes, definitely got some bags under his eyes for it. It's along here to look more like it. I might change the brush in a minute, I don't know. It does look quite cool, I'm just not sure if it's... Maybe I need to make that just a little bit less opaque. That might be it. That's a bit better. Looks a bit clearer now. I've been watching a lot of different artists lately on YouTube. This brush that I'm using now is from Lixray, Lixray. I don't know where the guy's from, but he has some amazing tutorials on his channel. I've been watching them. He draws some amazing splash art stuff, and it's his pen. One of his pens. It's the Naranda pencil. I made a duplicate of it, and I've been wanting to use it for a while now, but I didn't quite understand because it doesn't do a complete line. So if I auto-selected now, it wouldn't select around the outline of something. It would go through everything. But it's quite a cool pencil brush, so I want to use it for the line art and then start building it up with flats. I think it would be quite cool. I start working on it and just trying. It's one of those things where I want to try and experiment and merge different styles and techniques from different artists into see if I can improve my style a bit more, which would be quite cool. Omen Hart says, so I've been thinking of an interesting art episode. Both Krampus and Nexum are forced to Sorry. Both Nexum and Krampus are forced to temporarily work together without their magic, gadgets, and mech armors in order to escape a universe that's under the domain of someone that acts like Mr. Mix a bit from DC. That's actually an interesting story idea. Oh, and as Minecraft says, if you haven't, guys, hit the like button. If you like art, if you like Dungeons and Dragons. As I say, we are drawing a retro style character. That's quite cool. We're going to take our time on this one too. I'm not rushing the artwork on this. Even if we get a final sketch done and colouring next time, I'm going up to about midnight. So I've got an hour 10 minutes minimum. About 12:30 was the latest. I often burn the candle at both ends, as Koi can vouch for, with a bit of gaming and work and just life in general. So I am looking forward to I put some rules down in place so I actually get some shut-eye and rest. But these are thin, but I'm going to make them thick eyebrows. He's going to need a bit thicker eyebrows. I'm not coloring everything that's going to be dark in, like, done. I might actually do a colour over the eyebrows later, or a highlight on the one over there, but for now, I'm keeping most of these a bit thin. So I'm just having fun colouring. It's nice to do something more sketchy. I might do an ink wash for the values, use a Martin & Bell ink wash type pen to just quickly blot in light and shade on this afterwards. That could work quite cool. Yeah, all these artists, and you guys are like, wait, who? Martin & Bell is an artist from Australia who recently came over to the UK. Doing smart. He specialises more in fantasy and folklore in his designs, possibly like a pin-up style. So he has some absolutely amazing artwork. I've been a fan of his ever since he did his book Omnibus several years back, quite a few years back. He doesn't do anything major on YouTube a lot of time, but he has done artwork for Summoner Wars, I believe it is, the clans in that. So he does that a lot of the time, and he shares some of that on some lives and stuff. Absolutely super chilled and amazing fella. So if you haven't seen his channel, check it out. Yeah, that's looking a bit more evil. I kind of feel VENGER was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know which came first. You know, the evil, malevolent queen, or VENGER with the kind of like the mask around the face. But yeah, quite cool. What else do we have? We have Ark says, I don't think I heard you, but do you think you can play with Kingpin, and any tips how to get better at drawing? Just asking. I am from Ark. Yeah. Tips for getting better at drawing. I would say it depends on your learning style. So everyone's got a different learning style. Some people learn better by drawing, and if you want to get your tips right, the basics, the fundamentals. Anatomy, drawing circles. There are plenty of tutorials out there on how to improve the basics of drawing. I'm planning to do a series on how to draw certain things at some point. It'd be quite cool. I do need to get it sorted. I keep planning it and never actually doing it, and I need to start doing it rather than planning it. So I need to think of a step-by-step guide. But the general gist is, you can get better by watching others. For me, I can watch other artists and see what they do. Watch it several times, and I remember the process, and then I can use that as a guide for what I'm doing. Mainly, my process is very similar to a lot of artists anyway. You start with a rough pencil sketch, and then you work on your lines on the next layer, bit, to clean them up. And when you're happy with that, you can work on the next bit. It is patience and practice at the end of the day. Anyone can draw. Everyone can draw. It's a learned skill. It's not, oh my god, there's some amazing artists out there, I can't do it. I promise you this. It's just they either understand certain awareness easier than others, like spatial awareness, or they put in the hours. It's literally that much. It's just a case of remembering what you're doing. So, drawing fundamentals, perspective. So anatomy and perspective are probably the two key things you need to know, and then you can work on line weights and developing your style. But remember, art is subjective. So I could draw and I could replicate any art I see. Anybody can copy the art they see. There are so many different styles I wish I can draw, and if you notice on my channel over time, I have incorporated several different styles into my artwork, depending if I go to semi-realistic, like the Killer Frost ones from way back when, and the Transformers, to the painting style of Destroyer vs Godzilla, back to the cartoon style that's similar to Popcross that I used to do in most of my crossover videos. But then again, my kaijus are more detailed and realistic in the live streams. So it just varies on personal preference. Draw as much as you can, but if you want to draw and learn something quickly, draw something you love. So if you love Transformers, draw Transformers and robots. You will remember things easier if it's a subject that you love the concept of. So if you love Marvel and DC, draw your favourite superheroes. Draw them in different poses, expressions. And I need to work on expressions, which is why one of my live streams coming up is going to be like Kingpin's yesterday. I am going to do You Decide What I Draw expression challenge, or motion challenge. And that is going to be crossed between some shorts that I'll do, where I'm going to draw different characters with expressions, like my OCs. Like Nexum and that. And then if I do a decent version of them, I might put them as the character bits at the bottom of my videos. Now that would be super cool. Okay, Red Knight, I'm not quite entirely sure what you put, but good night, and thank you for joining the stream. Owen Hart, the deadline for the redraw is the 19th, which is the end of this week. It is create a superhero with one superpower. Now, I've allowed them to have multiple superpowers as long as you put in the main superpower. Some of them have side effects, which I'm allowing, so maybe the main power, they can't control it fully, so when they use up their power, it goes berserk. It's what someone asked me on a question, but not spoiling who or what the top power. But you can have that. Others, it could be multiple powers that are stemmed off a main concept of a power. But I need one core superpower. The deadline is this Friday, the 19th. So you probably got till the 20th, the Saturday. I'll cut it off completely. And then the redraw will be dropping out by the end of the month. And I've already started writing it. That's right, I'm ahead of the redraw in terms of the concept. I don't want to be pushed back a month. If I can avoid it. I don't want to push it to the following month. I want it to be this month. April that it drops out. I need to try and get back on track with a few things, so that's what I'm planning. What else have we got in the chat? Kingpin mean D&D. That'd be quite interesting to do. Need to find time to play D&D in between Lethal Company. I was going to say Legendary Company, but Lethal Company. I'm quite enjoying that. We've got a good crew going when we actually get to play. Quite cool. Hello, Maureen. Or should I say Mark Pyler? I've seen his animations on YouTube. They're awesome for Lethal Company. Another episode idea. The multiverse of battle of the bands. Mainly want to see Aaron Fold with a drum set versus a Plague Doctor with an electric guitar. Actually, I have been tempted to do a character mentioned in the last redraw as a character that happens in my universes. I'm also thinking I need more than just Loki as bad guys. So I am potentially adding some new characters this year, or at least one new character this year, who's not good. Because even though Loki's got Krampus and that, he doesn't have. The narratives don't have any other serious bad guys. So I'm going to create them some. And they're not going to be called Archons. They are going to be superpowered beings like the Overseers, but not quite the Overseers. But that is more because any being that can fight a whole team of interdimensional travelers has to be superpowered. I know, tell me about it. 10 memberships to stream, it's amazing. You have the concept of an angelic demon and superhero. In fact, that reminds me. They want to make an Angelica Lightstorm, which is the, if I remember rightly, is the long lost twin sister of the Monica Darkstorm because the parents were a demon and an angel and it was a forbidden love. We had this whole thing in the live stream, right? Now, I'm not changing the core concept for this guy. Well, he has a rather cool design. All I'm doing is A, drawing it in my style, and B, just adding some details for later on it. And sorry about the Immortal Jack, some people were telling me that he doesn't look like he's immortal, which I don't know how to make characters look immortal. But no, that's fine. Immortality is a ability. They don't have to look like they're immortal. There are certain ways to do it where you give them, if they're vampires, they tend to have red eyes and look really handsome and stuff. But if you think about it, the immortal from Invincible, he doesn't look immortal. He looks like a guy with a beard. You have to have it where it shows the abilities. So if he's immortal, then he'll regenerate from a single cell, or he's being vulnerable to actually being hit by an impact and survive. Nothing can damage his skin. He never ages. Immortality is very difficult to show, but it is something that you can do. In fact, I'm going to take this quick moment to refill my drink, so I'm going to be right back. I'm going to put my be right back screen on, because that's what I got it for. And I'll be back in just a minute. Just going to refill my drink a second, guys. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Like I said, I've been filling the drink super quick. Also, guys, I guess it's kind of fitting we've got this one. I didn't realise it, but Friday's episode is going to be X-Men in Dungeons and Dragons. So we've got a nice theme going on here. I've taken 3 X-Men and I put them in the universe of Dungeons and Dragons, which is going to be quite cool. This sort of fingers are always really difficult to draw. Yes, we were talking about Angelica Lightstorm. I'm afraid Ben probably won't be over because Popcross has dropped. Well, he might be over at some point, but Popcross dropped 5 videos, one minute after the other, and they're about, I don't know if they're 15 minutes long or something, instead of being a 50-minute episode. But sorry, 5. He's dropped 3 videos, 5 minutes apart, which would be quite cool. Looking forward to seeing them later. Hey boy, showing off the emojis. Oh, they are changing at some point. I am working on making more emojis, so those little emojis will be made much clearer once I get around to doing it. Really difficult to draw. And they're really difficult to draw, to be honest. I still struggle with them. If it wasn't for the fact that I've got a blurred image in front of me where I can make out the most bits of detail. We were talking about Angelica Lightstorm, because I said I was going to be bringing some new characters in, and I know some people want me to do Angelica Lightstorm as a character, but I'm also working on some new characters joining, like Loki. They are going to be bad guys or nemesis of the group. Remember it. I remember hands not being this difficult to draw, but tricky drawing. That's kind of right. That one's here, down there. Yeah, that's looking quite cool. I'll go with that. That finger looks a bit odd, but it's a bit too long. That's what it is. That finger needs to come down just slightly. That's better. If you pay attention to what you're doing, you can make it look less menacing. Also, my favourite racing game, NFS Heat, Need for Speed Heat, is 95% off on the PS Store. So I guess my birthday is early this year. Yeah, that's cool, man. Oh yes, we got the emojis. Okay, let's see who's talking. Right, Petrie. So Tegan Scott, Dino Danforth, is just studying dinosaurs. That'd be a strong beastie. I advise you not to fight it in the cold. Well, I'm gonna fight it anyway. I do like doing that. I've also been trying to work on an accent, which is a bit like Basilia's, a bit of a Russian accent. So I'm not going to give any previews now because I'm terrible at it. But I was trying to do it on the way home yesterday, so it was quite funny. There's more fabric. That. This is going to come from the side, but it's going to have more of a deeper bit here, so it's actually going to have a second circle. More like an bit. Those side bits. Be darker around here as well. Catch up chat in just a second, guys. Just want to try and get some of this in because I'm tidying up the lines as I go, so I know where some bits want to be, and I want to try and make it so it's got its depth to it in some areas. So when we turn this layer off, we're going to have a nice clean effect for him, rather than a not so clean effect. What have we got? The Immortal Zack regenerates almost instantly. Cool. He learned to repel his body with his blood or hands. Oh, so he's like undead. Nice. Yeah, no, that's quite cool. Yeah, so he's basically undead. So mortal like undead. That's cool. That's fine. That makes perfect sense. He doesn't control blood. He's got such a high regeneration factor that the force of him, if he breaks his fingers off or slices his fingers off, he builds up the pressure. He can shoot his fingers like bullets. So, and then he can regenerate new fingers straight away. It's kind of a. You have to watch Undead and Unluck if you're old enough to watch it on Disney Plus. It's on one of their. I think it's on 5 Star or something like that. It's one of the Western anime shows. As long as you're old enough to watch it, then it's quite a good series. Immortality is based on regeneration, so if your cells regenerate, then technically you can be immortal at that point. Yeah, I am taking time on this armor that's being built and the details on it, because it's oh, there is a third band in there. I didn't realise that. There is a little band in here. I'm going to hand draw this one, so I want a bit of depth to it. We'll pick in some of these lines as we go around it for line weight later. The key concept is to get the main core and essence of this together, because it is kind of like armored cloth and armored. It's really weird. Shut Dynamite too much chaos unfold. Oh, Koi, are you doing lethal tonight? I can't remember if you said yes, or is it dependent on how your video that you're working on is going? I'm being very careful not to give any spoilers about your video that you're working on. Whatever then, it's called The Project. Sounds really cool. That should be a title for all our videos. They are just The Project. Yeah. Yeah. I do need to. Here's one for your art. If you really want to make your artwork stand out, once you've learned the fundamentals, even if you don't know the fundamentals, there are two things you need to know. One is line weight. So maybe a slightly thicker outline on things that are closer to you, and definitely a thicker outline on the outline of the character makes it stand out and pop a little bit. The other one is your lighting. If you can get your lighting right with a light source coming from one side and the shadows, and you build up the layers with different opacities of multiply for the shadows, overlay for a small bit of light, and the add or glow layer depending on the app you're using, you can take your artwork from looking meh to looking wow, even if you have not perfected your style or anything yet. It's a good tip for everybody else that. It is a very useful thing to know how to do or what to do. But yes, lighting is very important stuff. Obviously, sometimes the more detail you get, the better it will be for you to do your lighting. But line weights and lighting are key. So this, taking your time at this stage here, the actual line art on this piece, because I'm using a different brush than normal, because I have my weights pretty much controlled as I do my pen strokes. So I'm adding my weights as I go along. That makes a massive amount of difference to the final piece. And even I'm not perfect at it. I'm by far nowhere near it. But if you can get your line weight under control, working for you, and don't forget, if you're zoomed in more, it won't look as neat as soon as you're zoomed out. If you can get your line weight under control, you can make things stand out. Very, very good thing for that. Oh, well, good night, Martin. I'll catch you later. Assuming you're not back in 5 minutes. But yes, thank you for joining the stream, and we will catch up with you a bit later on. really simple design, but he is quite cool. I might make this a bit more like chainmail or something around it, and make it really, really like solid. Anybody jumping in and out who doesn't know who this character is, I am drawing a character known as... I forgot his name. VENGER, that's it. I was that engrossed in what I was drawing, I completely forgot his name. I'm drawing VENGER from the original Dungeons & Dragons cartoon series. I watched it when I was growing up as a kid. It was an amazing series, and it's pretty much what they based the Dungeons & Dragons TV film on. If you notice in the maze scene of it, you have people dressed up as the original characters of Dungeons & Dragons. The Archer, the Knight, the Barbarian, the Mage, the Thief. Along with the little unicorn that Bobby, the little barbarian, makes friends with. And Eric, the coward with a shield, who, when he's brave, can protect everybody, but he's always scared. It's basically Scooby-Doo. I want to make this a bit thicker. Let me go around the hand a bit more. Don't need to do that there. That fixed it. That's what I mean by line weight. By adding this thick line around the thin lines, I get to control the weight of this to stand out a bit more. This will be absolutely perfect around it all, but I don't want it to be. I just need to put in enough to give the impression of extra weight for this. I think I quite like this brush, or this pen, because the thickness doesn't really change when I'm zoomed in to zoomed out. It doesn't change too much. But sometimes with the other brushes it does change a bit more, and it's harder to control it. I know in Photoshop and stuff it doesn't really change it when you're zoomed in, but this one does. Galahan19 says, hey, random question. If you've seen Across the Spider-Verse, what are your theories for the next film? Haha, I have seen it. I've got a few theories. One, I'm pretty sure Miles breaks the canon rule and beats Miguel. Miguel's going to show his true form because he is pretty much a vampire. That's a given. I think Miles is going to be for... It's tricky because in most universes, Miles is actually related to or is the Prowler, is the bad guy. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens on that front. He's got to beat himself up to get out of there properly, though. So it's going to be quite interesting. If he did, I can't remember if he did that in the last film or not. Spider-Gwen's probably going to find him, and I think that it's tricky because I know this is kind of going the way the comics go, so I don't want to do too many spoilers, because in one comic storyline he gets his ass kicked by the Spot. I mean, really kicked by the Spot during all of this. So I don't want to. Yeah, it's tricky. It depends on where they go. Problem is, and I hope it doesn't happen, a lot of films and studios nowadays are pushing certain messages and agenda instead of the story, and I really hope they don't do that. I hope they just go for it, because, you know, technically it's owned by Disney now, and other than doing stuff like X-Men '97, Disney have been in my personal opinion. They have been ruining some of the classic films and stories and series by trying to modernize them when they shouldn't do. They should either create a brand new one with a different name saying based on, or just leave it alone. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting. They can go two routes. They'll either make Miles or Spider-Gwen the hero who helps him, or they can go the route of the villain. Still has a long way to go before Miles can come into his own to stop the Spot. They may even link it in with the Spider Totem theory across the Spider-Verse, but that's a completely different thing, a different storyline, which means they'd make at least another 2 films minimum for that if they were to do it properly. Up says, to be honest, I think I've got lightning down. That's cool, that's a tricky thing to do. But line's still a problem. You can see the newest drawing, I think. I downed the lighting, but the line weight up. Yeah, line weight's practice. The rule of thumb is anything that's closer has a thicker outline, but also anything that's anything closer than the next item, like the wings in the background, will have a thick outline, but the outlines for the things that are in the foreground will be stronger, like on here. Not all the lines have thickness to them. Just the main outlines here, for example, but this one inside here is quite thin, but its outline is actually thicker. Same as these are quite thin, and the outline's thicker. So it depends on what you're doing. But it's practice, it's finding the line weight style that suits you. Comics are great for the basics for it to make it look the piece. So if I take that line off now, that's what the line weight looks like. You can see the difference between thicker outlines, thinner inlines. And that's the other rule. Ark has another question. Let me finish this polo I'm eating. It's probably going to sound crunchy down the microphone in my ear, which is going to be really funny. And I'll answer your question up. Say polo, I've actually got about 2 in my mouth, so let me just sort these a second. I do apologise. Noe Gallagher 19, thank you for joining, and we'll catch you next time. I just realised I never actually did the end of this arm. You would actually see this through it. Wow, I can't believe I actually didn't notice that before. And I haven't forgotten about the question. I just wanted to sort this out while I had a moment to. Okay. Right, so what would be your first thought when you fought angelic dragons? There'll be dragons with angel-type wings. Now, you can go 2 ways with the wings. One is the traditional white, almost pigeon dove type wings, feathers and that, and the other one is a more like an energy-based triangle or diamond-shaped wings, individual wings based on the amount of power stored. That are like there's a series I was watching where an angel and a demon kind of fall for each other. An anime, which is quite cool. But yes, got to work through that. But yeah, that's my first thought. And dragons, they may have halos, they may not. and they would be quite an interesting design. I guess I'm now that. So this is that's why that's part of that thickness. Must be thicker here because of that. This is why I'm taking my time on the stage, because what I'm doing now, line up and thickness of lines, is pretty much the key to this part. But line up, yeah, the line up, the line weight in the line up is pretty much a crucial element of what I'm doing. It needs to be done well enough to be effective. Tegan, you retracted your message. I was just about to read that. I've got no idea what you put. I've just looked up. I saw a message come up and a message disappear. Guys, what would you like to see if I did a emotions live stream challenge like Kingpin? Would you like it to be you guys decide, or would you like me to do a list of characters and we have maybe I put a poll out, you put your characters on the poll, and then I put them in and spin that and we just go straight into it. Kingpin, I absolutely love that idea and concept, by the way. I know it wasn't your emotion sheet for the characters, but I absolutely love that concept. So thank you for letting me jump on the bandwagon and finish that. I wanted to double check, so that I will be doing that probably next week's live stream. Still think you should do Dresden as B1 or Benny Shark. Dresden would be cooler. Dresden with that bashful looking face would be amazing. But also doing our artist collab group, that'd be quite cool. Galaho19 says, before I go, my theory is that if Miles was never meant to be Spider-Man, then why would his story play as Spider-Man? Then that would mean he was right and the Spider Society was wrong. Yes and no. You are right in that, because the way the story's going to go, that's probably where it's heading. However, the Spider Society is technically right, because when he stopped the Indian Spider-Man from the massive lesson which they have when they lose a loved one, which is a canon event for all spider people, they have to lose a family member. Close, that dad, uncle, mum, brother, sister, somebody. That gives them the kind of like unlocks the true aspect of the spider characters, the spider heroes in the society. Great power, great responsibility. By getting rid of that, it breaks the canon event, and then it breaks the whole timeline. It is like a canon event, obviously, is something that cannot be changed. It's a crucial event. It's what makes the story the story. It's what makes the characters the characters. So it is kind of interesting to see what they've done on that. But we shall see what they do. It's going to be an interesting one. That much is certain. Shading this in a bit more. These wings, I actually want to make them a bit thinner from the outside. There is a reason for it. I mean, I will make these bits a bit thicker where they join. Visually that looks quite cool. But the reason these are thinner, they are more intersections and they're in the background. The line weight of these is definitely going to be different to the line weight of Vengers and characters. And it adds that effect to it, which is quite cool. So that one comes from there. We can do a line down there for a bit of red in the bottom. Look the part. Are there any other retro programs you guys want to see me draw characters from? We've got Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of fits the theme of the week. X-Men is Dungeons and Dragons, so it's quite interesting. I feel his face looks a bit derpy. The eye is too big. That looks a bit more better. Hey, Settler Kitsune, how's it going? We are drawing Venger from the old Dungeons and Dragons series, which I'm having quite a bit of fun on actually. Just finishing up some line art and tidying up some bits, and then going to be colouring, shading, however it's going to be with the reds and the blacks. I might just make this a black and white piece to be honest, and then add a bit of colour afterwards. I haven't got that far. Arc showing an Angelic Demon SCP. Nice. I do believe I've just finished the vast majority of it. I know what looks wrong. Okay, I know what looks wrong. I'll turn this off. So, the reason why it's looking so weirdly wrong is because of the face. This face is right in what it is here, but I've made his neck too long. There we go. That's better. I wondered why it looked so odd. I didn't want to do another layer and just get that thicker line around here. By doing it on another layer, it does give me the ability to turn it on and off before I can merge it down, which is a really, really handy trick to have. It's a good one if you're doing line weights and stuff and you're doing it digitally. And you're doing a digital piece. That's better. Digitally. Yeah, and doing a digital piece, you can make it a bit more solid. Right, this one needs one more bit around it, just to make it more. Just make it look a little bit better. This is where the judgment in line weight comes in. You don't have to have it constantly fixed on every bit. You just need enough to get that extra weight coming. There we go. That looks quite cool. And he needs this to continue down, down. I will add probably some magic stuff to this in a bit, but what I want to do then is a couple layers into here. So we've basically gone from that, to sloping time outline this guy. I can kind of do it automatic. Yeah, I've dropped it down enough to be able to do it automatic, so that's quite cool. I'm going to do the same colour as the canvas on this layer. I want that to act as like a flipping mask for the wash. And then I'm going to look for a brush and some. So let's have a look. Have I got the Abel effects? I've got an ink washing brush. The effects one. Where's the other inking one? Did I not keep that brush set? Oh no, I've not kept the brushes I'm looking for. No. Could I have done that? Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't actually keep the brushes I wanted to use. I played the brushes out the other day. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'll do it another way. So I'll do it with the right brush acting like that and drop it perfectly down a bit. Okay, now I can block in the colours. I might actually just drop that on it and turn that to peak layer to start with as we start building big colours. I want to do more grey. Hey, Sweet America, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to be going for about another hour tops on this, I think. Ark said, I would like we decide. I love the thing Kingpin did. Do that next redraw. Oh yeah, the emotion kind of like challenge. Yes, I'm going to do that, definitely. I just need to figure out characters. I might just pick a series and see some characters out of it. Delicate says, and Penny seems to have the worst canon event. I mean, by looking at her face, she had it when she was still a child. Yeah, I agree. She probably had the worst canon event going. That's probably a given. Actually, I'm going to. Yeah, so this is going to be the lighting. So this is going to be quite a brutal lighting effect. So I'm zooming out a bit. I want the background to be dark behind him. So we can look at the lighting on the face. So the reason I've zoomed out for this is I'm going to do a concept for almost like a concept sketch, and I'm going to work on the lighting of this piece. So I do have a reference image that I've been using, which helps with the lighting a bit, but in reality, this is just going to be drop and build up the idea of lighting. So this isn't going to be pure, should be, this is just going to be, there will be bits in here that'll be dark. Just literally getting a feel for the lighting more than anything else. Obviously there are different colours on this and it will affect things dramatically different ways, but the idea is the lighting gets built up in areas around certain things. And this is actually quite a good way to check your lighting and light sources, where you want the light to be. By just blotching on any pattern. So I know the colours of certain things will impact it. Like this is more dark black, but these are more they're lighter. However, the concept is, depending where the light's coming from, now on this one, it's going to be quite interesting. So you can have a bit of darkness on this side of the space. And you can do multiple layers of this to test it. What that is. Half of it's going to be shaded, half of it's not. Down here you might have some, you'll probably get some aspects of light and shade on here, from where the bits go along here and even underneath the space in the side bit. But that means what I want to do is, in the next layer I want to go more light, so it's something like a overlay. And just get an idea if I added a above some form. In fact, that's going to go above the line. So if you added some kind of a what's going to happen? I'm gonna lighten up the fellow's face a little bit. I don't want it to be perfect though, because I want the impression of this, the core impression of this. Hey Wolf Galaxy, how's it going? The impression of this is the lights coming off the character, so a certain area is going to be lit up as well, but not too overly lit up. I'll pick up some of the light. Obviously, the vast majority of stuff still will be shaded or in shadows. And this is quite good before you do some of your, if you want to make a dramatic piece, this is going to be quite useful because this helps you work out where you want your main light source. And there may even be a little bit of a specular light over here if I want to make it a bit more of a, like more like armor, which is quite cool. Anybody got any questions while we're going along? I know I'm giving a bit of a tutorial on how to do like the solid armor type thing and that, but it's roughly how it looks. I don't know how far behind or how well this is buffered out or done in this small form, so I will apologise if it's not coming up quite how you might have expected. I think there will still be some shadows behind it though. Then the background's probably going to have a couple of lighting effects. So probably want to do lots of stories. No, we just want like the effect of the. It's going to be light around this bit, but still quite dark. So that might actually go to be darken things out there, and then add a layer above with a bit of a lighter colour effect. Again, overlay is really good for doing these lighter effects where you've got the contrast to the character. So you can add a bit of white colour to make it more grey overlay. Overlay is probably a bit too weak, so let's go to. I'm going to go to normal. Just drop the opacity down. And it probably will work on a bit more, but kind of like darkness around it. And then if we go up to the top layer, add a little bit of that. He is a bad guy, so we do kind of want some more darkness. And that gives us quite a nice lighting effect now. So that's quite a nice starting point to work on to add the lights and shadows and stuff. So the first thing we need to do is add our flats. Because obviously we've got all of these bits on there, so let's add our flat colours. So he does have red. It's going to be like bloodish red. It's going to be down here. A lot of his design is actually red, so we'll go to do this design for the reds and we'll get this sorted, because obviously we've got the white line around it until we've sorted all the reds on top, and then we've got kind of like a much cleaner bit after erase around the outlines a little bit later. That does mean that while we're on here, I can do stuff like this to check the colour. And I think I'll use the comic inker brush just to make sure the solid fill on the areas. I know the other areas are black, so I'm not really worried about if I go over some of these. I don't need it to be perfect. It just needs to be enough to get the orbits is what I want. Which works for us. They don't need to be perfect, I'm going to tweak them. But already, because I've worked on a bit of lighting on this, when I actually add the underlying colours, and I'm not going to be perfect just yet, but when I am adding these underlying colours, you can see they're kind of picking up the lighting effect anyway. So I can then refine the colours on top as I go along. If that's the case, Ark, giving up on the demon, I would take a break from it, come back and see if you like the pose later, but also maybe try some quick stickman poses or quick poses to, chuck some quick drawings together to see if you like the pose or something. Some rough ones, not completed, just some rough poses. It can help massively by taking a step back and doing that. I mean, I'm live. I don't get that luxury at the moment. I picked my pose. I picked my poison. I'm going to deal with it. Yeah, this is but this is going to look quite cool. I'm going to add some colours into this as well. I've decided I'm going to colour this time. There will be colours and everything added onto this concept. Oh wow, Koi, I love that. That actually looks really cool. Dude, you're doing better thumbnails than I am. Love it. Sorry guys, I slightly just Koi shared a design he's doing for one of his videos. I'm not spoiling what it is, but yeah, I love it. Quite like that, Koi. That's nice. For your first attempt. Dude, you're putting me to shame. I'm gonna have to up my A game. I'm gonna have to up my game on everything. Oh. No, I am planning to revamp some of the styling on the channel, just to give you guys a heads up. So I will be looking at the thumbnails, and if there's a way I can portray them better. The interface for here, I want to tweak some stuff, so the live stream setup will have some extras and that once I figure it out. Nothing too drastic, no real major branding change for like DempseyJ illustrations. I just want to I want to make it look a bit more sleeker and branded and professional, if that makes sense. I mean, it probably looks quite professional now, but I want to add a bit more to it. Oh no, it's Ark. It's almost 1 AM for you. You must be an hour ahead. But yeah, thank you for joining the stream, and we'll catch up with you later. Hopefully, some of my artist comments or my my opinion on how I would do something, or the advice comes in handy here. Minecraft, did you deliberately do the other way around to what Koi did for the emojis? I'm just looking at the chat. I find that quite amusing. Oh, also guys, would you like to see some more? I'm going to do more Power World stuff than that. I'm going to be doing Power World, X-Men, probably a couple more Lethal Company things over time. But is there any other series you guys want me to look at working with or doing? I mean, there's tons of it. And I am bringing back, I'm going to revamp my artwork style for it. I'm going to do the best I can do. I'm bringing back an old series. One that we haven't done in quite a few months. A favourite on the channel. So, yes, guys, I am bringing back one of my older series. Sound like a reboot. Not, well, kind of like a reboot, not a reboot. Guys, quick question. While I'm zooming in and out, is it bitty for you? Is it like in bits for you? Or is it actually quite nice and not kind of getting pixelated as the camera zooms in and out? Because on my OBS software, it goes all pixelated when I zoom in and out when I see it. But I haven't been able to see it on the live stream preview because that's a little bit behind for some reason. So I just want to check if everything looks okay as I'm zooming in and out doing the bits around it. For some reason, and I don't know why, it's just suddenly decided YouTube wants to go, yeah, we'll give you a warning, you're not really sending as much info off as you normally do. Like, yeah, I'm sending it up. I'm sending them more up. What are you on about? Yeah, part of that. Produce good. Once you've got most of the colour done and sorted, lots of fun. The layer below. Because I know what colours I need for certain aspects. And we've got the lighting layer on top, so the flats kind of pick up a lot of the colours they need anyway. You can kind of cheat a little bit on this. So, because I worked out some lighting layers on top, I'm using them as the basis for the flats, and create a new layer above them to sort this a bit better in a minute. But it allows me to go around everything and then just colour it all in one go. Bar a few little bits. And he's got quite bluish skin, which is going to be quite fun to do underneath. Like his skin is more... Is that colour? No. Maybe it's more... Yeah, that's more the colour, but it's a bit lighter. That'll do it. In the eyes, the mouth. His eyes are red as well. I haven't forgotten that. But again, these are the flat colours. These aren't actually any forms of light or shading on it properly. Colour. Add more to these shortly. So that's the basics of the lighting on it done. It's quite cool because we can then play around with this. But more vivid light works quite nicely for that. That probably go more to a multi-colour. And technically speaking, that can be duplicated, merged down, set to multiply. And already we've kind of got quite a nice piece going for this. So let's continue with what we're doing. I will merge everything down that we've got here. I'm not too worried. I'm doing things slightly different than my normal process, so please bear with me, everybody. I want to merge all the light and shadow references down that I need here. Okay, that doesn't need merging down. Yeah, I've lost a layer above it. So I want to start working on a few things from this. The first one is, what color should we have the energy blast from him? I know he's got kind of a... I know it's dark energy, but usually they're like a purplish color, aren't they, or something, when he does his abilities? Does anybody remember? Is it a purple, like purples and stuff, or is it like... it's also white and negative. He's got the shadow thing that goes around him, but I'm just looking for a picture of him doing an energy blast or something. Most are portrayed as... Most people portray it as purple, pinkish colours, so I know that's still like the astronomy of evil, so we'll go with that. Let's go with the detail brush. It'll make a bit more sense in a minute what I'm doing. Got a few bits out. Don't that be the energy? Why the energy work? Okay, I want a pinkish colour too. I'm going to add more effect to this. I'm just literally experimenting with different ways to do energy blasts and stuff in this, because you can make them glow quite nicely if you do it right. Yeah, that's how I pictured it in my head. See ya. Oh, are you off now, God? Fair enough. We'll catch you a bit later on. Probably within the next hour if you're playing lethal. Did my lighting effect not work today? God, it didn't really work. I'm in a bit of shock. That's fine. I've got other ways of doing it. Brush effects and stuff work really nicely. Yeah, it's not going to take me long to finish this off. blur glowy lightning effects didn't really pick up what I was doing in here. Oh, I do like that. Maybe hard lights would have got that one. Subtract. Oh, that looks quite evil. Yeah. Nice. So the reason for kind of doing that is twofold, because I need to now add some of this colour as a kind of light on here. Nice like here. That adds a bit of texture to this as well. Yeah, getting some of these details in a little bit. Here's a little bit. It's actually tricky, but it's getting the right blend of it in. Monk's nose. Actually pick up a little bit of the light on his cheek on this side, potentially. Hey, looks like he had a black eye then. The faintest bit here. We get a little bit of refractive light here, about there I expect. At most, only a few of it here. Probably a bit more of it around here actually, blended on top. This top layer should actually have a nice fade of it really. So what are you guys thinking of it so far? Hopefully, I think it's coming along quite nicely. These are down here. They should pick up a little bit of it. Before we get to the cooler, darker tones, there should be a bit of a highlight, because this is going to have this bit picking up some of the light. Yeah, I can't remember the colors magic. In fact, is that how far behind the stream is for you guys? I hope it's not that far behind. Right, here's a test. If you can hear this now, put a 5 in the chat. How far behind is the stream from where we are? No one's put a 5 in the chat, so I'm going to Wow, the stream's that far behind. Oh my god. That's insane. And it's on green. How is my live stream behind that much? Okay, never mind. You guys are going to be amazed when you get to this part. Damn, my live stream's quite a bit behind. I was not expecting that. That's way further back than I was expecting it to be right back now. Thanks, Minecraft. By the time you see this, it could be like so many minutes behind. I don't know what my latency is, but it is massively latent, and it shouldn't be. It's set to low latency. That should have been like standard. Oh my god, this is insane. I'm going to be streaming at so much behind the actual amount it should be. Wow. Okay, that's a first for me. can't believe how far behind the stream is from what I'm doing. Basically, I can see the stream is still lightning and going through and bits, whereas I'm adding like tons of stuff to it now that's not even showing up. Because it's such a delay on the stream. I'm going to end the stream and be playing a game by the time you guys know the stream's ended. That's how insane it feels right now. Maybe a bit more of a yellowish colour. If I see that thing up a little bit. That works. Darker colours, maybe blue. Also, by the way, I still haven't seen at this point in the chat a 5, which I asked people to do. So hopefully it hasn't been that delayed asking you stuff. However, my stream health is poor and it is an error. It's not maintaining enough to achieve a smooth setup. It's kind of infuriating to a degree. I'm not really sure how to sort that apparently while streaming. That's a bit worrying that my connection settings are so whacked, as it were. Let's have a look at the streams. What I'm doing. That's like the output of the stream. Set to be that much profiles high. Just quickly seeing if I can up the stream bitrate settings to be hopefully that'll make the stream a bit better, but you guys in the chat, I don't even know what part you're at of me talking on the live stream. Let's find out, shall we? I just listen to my own stream to see what's happening. Yeah, the stream's cutting out a bit. I'm not really sure why I'm having issues with this. Hopefully you guys can still see the stream okay. Yeah. Hopefully the stream's going to catch up in a bit, and you're going to see what I've actually done on this. Oh, I missed a spot back there, which is fine, so I can just start in there. Yeah, I've got no idea how far back the stream is. Hi Ben. You might not even hear me speaking. I don't know what part it's gotten to, but no, it's not Xenomorph Then the man breaking into the house. The stream is quite a far bit back from where I am actually, so let me just over it for you guys. Well, guys, you guys are behind where I am, so I'm just going to start working on the rest of these bits because there's not a lot else I can do. I'm going to get this to a nice point, and then I would love to answer your questions, but I can't see them. So as I see them, I will be answering. I don't know why it's that far back buffering and stuff. I'm assuming it's either the internet connection is really bad today, or YouTube's changed some settings, and now I need to figure out how to reformat my OBS or my settings to be able to cope with it, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I went a bit quiet, guys, because it appears there's about a 10-minute lag from where it is. So basically, at this point, I'm colouring in the armour to give it quite a nice shine effect. Kind of like give him a bit there. So I wonder if that's actually going to be a factor. Okay. That should be it. Yeah. Oh wow, this has actually turned out really good, and I wish you guys were up to speed of where I am. I think, yeah, this is actually really cool. I'm not entirely sure how I've done this, but this is looking. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how this is starting to look. Ed Draws, hello. Um, I'm not sure if you've got the message, but it's a bit behind. So I'm saying hello at this point where I've seen you jump in the chat. I literally just jumped in the chat and said hello. Hopefully my messages come through quicker than the rest of the stream do. So you guys, I'm going to have to apologise because I know what's going to happen in a little bit. I'm going to be finishing this off, and quite a fair ways through it. So this is going to be finishing off, and you guys are going to be like, wait, Dempsey's finished his stream? And I'm going to be doing something else. I'm going to post a picture out where you're still watching it. It's like the time zones have no meaning here today. Which is going to be really interesting to see the reaction of you guys. But this is kind of getting near the point where it's almost done, which is the really interesting part. because you guys wouldn't see it's almost done. Let's change that to normal minute so I can get that. That was the purpley pink color. Okay. Yeah, Minecraft. I'm. Oh, I wish I could show you where I was on this. This is insane. The shadow. Yeah, this is so insane how far slightly behind the chat you guys are. Red in the background. Yeah, this is the same as normal, so I don't know why it's been whacked down in terms of what's on it. I don't actually get that. You can see it just fine, that's cool. But again, that just says how far behind you guys are from me, which is quite cool and quite weird at the same time. I don't even think any of the about effects that work. Actually, maybe sparkles would be cool. Oh, I like that effect. Kind of made a pitchfork. Yeah, that's quite a nice effect, of course. think I need to unlock that and just we need to delete that layer. Leave those layers, don't care about that. Be the canvas, paste. Paste that on copy. Put saturation into it a little bit more. Go. Greens can go a bit more off. The overall gamma